Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be, well, I don't actually know what it's going to be, but I'm fancying kind of a really bronzed, glowy and kind of like a bit more of a dramatic eye with a bit of a pop of colour. So we'll just see where that goes. That's kind of my vibe today because I am wearing kind of like a black top and stuff. So I just kind of want to make the face quite fun and a bit more like full coverage. So it's going to be quite a kind of glam look, not like a natural look for today. So if you would like to see what we wind up creating, then please just keep watching. First things first, I'm going to be going in with the Benefit Professional. This is the Matte Rescue Primer. Just because I'm fancying, I'm going to have my skin really glowy. But obviously, if you don't know, I do have oily skin. So I want to make my foundation last quite a long time without showing any natural glow through. And then I'm going to pop like highlighter and stuff on. Then for foundation today, I'm using the Body Shop Fresh Nude foundation. I was going to use the Shein one, but I don't have any colour at all. So I'm going to use this just because it is matching me quite well at the moment. And I'm out of my Revolution Conceal and Define, which I need to go and buy another one of them because, if you know, that's like my fave of fave foundations. So I'm just taking a flat top kabuki brush and just buffing this into my skin. I haven't actually tried this foundation with a matte base yet. I've always kind of used like just a pore filling primer, so it'll be interesting to see what it looks like. Yeah, so I just fancy quite a full coverage look with quite kind of like not super dramatic eyes, but with like a bit of a pop of colour. That's what I'm feeling. Just a bit more glam than normal. Then for concealer, I'm going in with the She Glam Eye Candy Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is in the shade, I think this is the lightest colour. It doesn't actually have the shade on it. I'm sure I ordered the lightest shade when I got this. It's either the lightest or the second lightest. Pop a bit on there, a bit on there. I haven't actually used this concealer in a while, so I need to remember and be a bit lighter handed with it. I might even have put too much on, oh well. I'm just going to spread it out with a little brush before I go in with my sponge. Just kind of pop it on here. Then I'm just using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I can't remember how full of coverage this is. I haven't actually used this for a while. I've really been using the e.l.f. one quite a lot, to be fair. Then I'm going to use the Sheer Glam. This is the contour stick because, like I said, I want to be really quite nice and bronzed today. So I'm going to cream contour and then I will contour on the top as well. And go. Then I'm just using an angle brush to blend this in. I'm just going to use a domed brush and blend this into my nose. And then just if you want to sharpen it up a little bit, I'm just taking the sponge that I had and just kind of running it along here. Just kind of sharpen up that contour and blend out this front bit here. Then for powder, I'm using the Body Shop. This is the matte clay powder, and this is in the shade 115. I'm setting underneath my eyes. I'm basically setting my whole face with this, actually. Just because, like I said, I want a matte finish, and then I'm going to add highlight on top. This little hair is driving me insane. Just re-blend out the creases of my eyes. Now I'm just going to take a big powder brush and lightly dust this over here. Then for bronzer, I'm going in with the Body Shop bronzing powder. It's the Honey Bronze one in 05, just because this has a bit more of like a warmer tone to it, and it's kind of the tone that I'm looking for today. Then next, I'm just going to be contouring down the sides of my nose with the same one, just with a different brush. Just to kind of bring this in a little bit. I don't want a blush that is too like pink, so I'm going to go in with this Botanic Beauty one, and it is in the shade Pink Freesia. Tiny little bit on my nose. Then for highlighter today, I'm going in with the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. I really like this one. It's kind of quite a kind of like a rosy kind of goldy shade, and I really like this one. Which will give me that intense glow that I'm after. Wow. Pop it on my lip. Top of my brow. I'll pop it on the top, a bit on the top of my brow bone now. I always go back and redo that bit, but I'm just doing that now. Tiny bit on my nose. Then for brows, I'm going in with the Revolution. This is just the brow gel, and I'm just kind of putting it in like I normally do. Nothing too fancy with my brows today, as I normally do. Starting at the back so I get it all nice and defined, and then bring it forward with whatever's left. To be fair, this product goes a real long way anyway. To actually kick off this look, I'm going to do a pop of colour. Well, I'm going to do it's kind of a colourful-ish eye, but not something too crazy that it's like, oh god no. I'm going to be going in with the Life's Drag palette by Luna Beauty. And I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Snatched first. And I know you're probably like, why are you going in with a dark shade? I'm going to place that down and then blend it out afterwards. So I'm going to be doing it with kind of like a fluffier, this is like a fluffier pencil brush, and taking this colour, and I'm just going to place it down to begin with. Just kind of in the shape that I want my look to be. I'm not blending it out yet, I'm just placing it down. And then blend it in. See how we're getting that shape? And then we want to be Just lightly going back and forth now to kind of blend it out a little bit and bring it right into that inner corner now as well. Right, I'm going to leave that like that. I'm not going to do anything else with that. Like, see how quick that actually took me. I'm quickly going to do the other eye and I'm back in just a second. Right, then next up I'm going in with this shade right here, which is called Trade, which is like a brownie colour. And I'm going to just take this on the outer corner of my eye using a smaller, more defined pencil brush now. And I'm just stamping it just on the very outer corner. And I'll connect it into this other shade. And then kind of buff it into the outer third. And just blend it up into it, just so that we get a bit more depth here. Just blending it into it. Nothing too crazy. And then I'm just feathering it into the crease here, just to kind of deepen this up. Like I said, I just wanted it to be a pop of colour, like now it's starting to darken up a little bit now, which is how I want it to be. And I'll just fade it into the inner bit. I'm not going all the way, like so. Just do the same on the other eye, back in a sec. Then I'm taking like an angled, it's a bit like an eyebrow brush, taking that same shade Trade, and I'm going to tight line it underneath my lower lash line. Just on the outer third again. Well, probably about halfway actually. And then I'm taking that brush and I'm not putting any more product on. And I'm buffing it out. Bringing it right in. So there's that finished, and now I'm going to do the lid. And for the lid, I want to go off kind of like a goldy shade, just to have a pop. And I'm going in with this one here, which is Legendary. Oh, sorry. That one there, which is Legendary. Take a flat shader brush, and I'm just going to be using this. I'm not going to cut out my crease or anything, because I don't want it to be that kind of crazy intense. I want to keep it quite simple. I'm just going to kind of start on the inner part of my... I'm going to kind of shape it like a cut crease, but I'm not going to... I am going to be precise in where I'm placing this, but I'm not being so predictable that I need to kind of like carve it out kind of thing. Because also I want it to feather into this dark bit out here, like that. And then this kind of goldy shade matches like the highlight on my cheeks a little bit. Right, and then just to make it even more intense, it doesn't need it, but just for extra for me, I'm going to spritz it with a bit of Fix Plus. Difference between that eye and that eye just makes a massive change, doesn't it? So that is the eyes. I'm just going to go in on my brow bone and my inner corner with the same highlight, but with a more defined brush this time. I'm actually going to use a flat shader brush just so we get that really intense highlight that I'm after. See? That's what I want. I'm just going to kind of run it ever so slightly. Just there as well, just so that it kind of all follows through. And down here. And then pop a bit on my inner corner. So if you're ever worried that it looks a bit liney, what to do is just go back in with like a blending brush and just kind of soften that out, and it looks absolutely fine again. I might just go with my Jacqueline J03 brush and just hit this a little bit more, like in a position where I want it, like that. Just a bit that, so it pop one little bit, just pops a little bit more. Right, mascara, I'm going in with the Body Shop. This is the Super Volume Mascara. This is what I've been using quite a bit at the moment. So for lips, I'm going in with the Body Shop. This is the Matte Liquid Lip in Windsor Rose. Just because I fancy a neutral with this look. Right, so this is my finished look. I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's just kind of more of a glam makeup look, but also with a pop of colour on the eyes, but it's still quite wearable as well. Like, it's not super crazy. Literally like 3 shades it took to do this eye look. It's not really complicated. You can do it yourself, and it was really easy to do. Like I said, you don't have to use the products that I've used, just something and you get a similar effect. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. It helps me out so much, and I will just catch you in my next one. Alright, bye guys.